This is another video where we discuss ground forces of different nations. Today, we're going to talk about the most interesting vehicles found in the Japanese tech tree. Take a seat, get yourself some nice green tea. Let's go. We start with the first era, as is tradition. Here, you can't pass up the Horo armed with a fearsome 150mm gun. Its HE shells have 7 kilos of explosive filling and punch through more than 60mm of armor, meaning that they can effectively eliminate not only any tank of its rank, but even some higher-tier vehicles in just one shot. Of course, there is a serious drawback to this firepower. Once you make a shot, you have to wait for almost half a minute to reload. Another interesting pick waiting for you at the very first rank is the multi-turreted Rogo, which comes equipped with a 37mm and a 70mm gun. And if you take a close look at its list of available ammunition, you'll be pleasantly surprised. There is a pretty decent heat round there, capable of penetrating 76mm of steel. Other tanks of this rank do not do anything extraordinary, so we move on to the second era. That's where you first start to see things that really make the Japanese tree stand out, namely the extra powerful APHE rounds. No need to shoot 2 or 3 times. You can finish the fight with just one good hit. If that's your cup of tea, try using the Ho-Ni 3 or the Chi-Nu. They are the go-to vehicles for this playstyle at this rank. They aren't that mobile and can't take many hits, but with them, it's enough to be the first to shoot to come out on top in most engagements. Now for something completely different. Take a look at the rather small but deadly Tase tracked SPAHE with an open crew top. Its 20mm gun isn't just for aerial targets. If you're using an AP belt, you can spoil the day for many ground vehicles as well. The third era is more of the same good thing. Guns are punchier, and having penetrated armor, shells make even shorter work of enemy vehicles. Let's first discuss the Nato, a true Japanese glass cannon. It's slow, takes ages to turn, and its crew can be taken out by trivial machine gun fire. But, and that's a big but, it's armed with one of the scariest guns at its BR, and its APHE shells pierce 110mm of armor at 1 kilometer range. A bit higher you can find the Chito and the Chito Late and the premium Chi-Nu 2. In many respects, they play a lot like the PZ-4, variants from the German tech tree. A powerful and precise cannon, a good APHE shell with excellent after-penetration effect, and decent mobility. A tank like that is a well-balanced pick that will allow for some enjoyable games at rank 3. The Chi-Ri 2 is the first and only Japanese vehicle in possession of a drum autoloader of some sorts. You only get to make 2 successive shots with noticeably shorter reload time in between them. If you keep firing, the next rounds will be loaded the usual slow way, but make a short break and you'll soon get your 2-round capacity back. What's interesting is that the Chi-Ri 2 is also outfitted with a secondary gun. It's not particularly powerful, but can come in handy when playing mind games with your opponents. For example, use it to take a shot at the corner of the house. The enemy might peek or even rush out thinking that you're on a reload. Apart from Japanese designs, there is also the premium Heavy Tank No. 6, or to put it simply, a familiar Tiger bought from Germany during the war. And, as a part of the regular tree, a couple of other familiar armor faces, the American Chaffee and Sherman tanks, which both saw service in post-war Japan. The fourth rank introduces the well-protected vehicles in the tree, the Hori prototype and the Hori production. These two SPGs are considered to be among the best in the game, and rightfully so. They have it all. Excellent survivability, amazing guns, and surprisingly high mobility. These tank destroyers boast the max speed of up to 40 kph in RB and 44 kph in arcade. Another big thing is that many Fourth-era vehicles now carry American guns. The STA-1 and the STA-2 both come equipped with a cannon typically found on the M46 Patton tank, and can fire all associated rounds, including the well-known M82 shot and a heat round that easily penetrates the UFP of a King Tiger, and that's at BR 6.3. Another example is the 106mm recoilless gun that is usually found on the American M50, which is a Rank 5 vehicle, by the way. The Japanese installed this gun on the Type 60 SPRG, and did a great job doing that, enabling the Type 60 to have an impressive 20 degree of gun depression, which allows you to shoot at your enemies from many uncommon positions. Welcome to the fifth rank, the home of the first Japanese MBT, the STB-1. It's highly mobile, utilizes hydropneumatic suspension, has a powerful gun with a stabilizer, and has access to a wide array of different rounds. This is a versatile tank, allowing for various offensive and defensive options, and capable of laying precision fire on the move. Every other vehicle at this rank is also kind of unique, though. Take a look at the Type 75, for example. It's a multiple rocket launcher carrying 30 rockets, each with more than 6 kilos of explosive matter. Or the Type 60 ATM tank destroyer. It has no armor to speak of, and the 6th slowest ATGMs in the game. As a result, it struggles in many battle situations, but might be the best way to learn how to control ATGMs due to their low speed. Finally, we're at the top, the 6th rank. There are 4 vehicles waiting for you here. First, it's the production variant of the STB, which is now called the Type 74. The name isn't the only thing that changed. Most notably, the tank also gained access to the APFSDS with a decent penetration rate, and its gun takes almost 2 fewer seconds to reload. Next to it is the Type 89 IFV. It's a nimble vehicle armed with a deadly autocannon and powerful 152mm ATGMs. These ones aren't just for training purposes anymore. They obliterate. Then there's the Type 87, an excellent high-tier SPAAG outfitted with a radar system and 2 quick-firing Oerlikon KDA cannons. Oh yeah! The last vehicle of the tree is the majestic Type 90, a classic design with good mobility, great firepower, and a high rate of fire. By the way, with update 1.87, it'll be moved even higher to the 7th era. With special armor blocks covering the fighting compartment from the front, even heat rounds do not pose a threat to your crew, but you have to remember to guard your UFP and your sides. As with many vehicles of this class, they are still vulnerable to enemy fire. That's it for today. Before you click on another video on this channel, hopefully, take a moment to tell us if you used any of these vehicles, and what were or are your favorite picks in the Japanese tech tree. Feel free to share your knowledge in the comments below.